Good evening, good evening, good evening. Tell me if you can hear me in the chat. Just let me know if you can hear me. Type one in the chat if you can hear me. I'm so excited to be here. It's 8:30 p.m. I want to make sure everybody can hear me before I get started. I won't be before you long, but I do have 4 points for us to talk about today. So let me know in the chat once you join live, if you can hear me. Just let me know you can hear me. All right. It's really nice outside today. So hopefully you're out enjoying the summer solstice and you are watching me on the replay. But if you're here live, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. We'll get started in about 10 seconds. So I have a couple things and then I'm going to get off. So let me turn my volume up a little bit on my headset and then we're going to get right to it. All right. So here's the thing. I want to talk to you about a couple of things, 4 things actually, and I'm going to do it really quickly. Commitment, consistency, communication, and conviction. These are 4 things that we can all master today. Everyone has the ability to master these. These are non-tangible and they don't cost you any money, right? So let's start with the first one. We'll call it the 4 C's. We'll start with commitment. Let's commit to something, right? A lot of times we get caught up because we're trying to do everything all at once. We're trying to work all at once. We're trying to get our money right all at once. We're trying to change careers all at once. We're trying to start a business all at once. We're trying to change our families all at once. But commit to one thing and commit to mastering it. If it be health, if it be finances, whatever it is, just find something to be committed to doing every day. Because here's the thing. If you don't commit to something on purpose, you're committing to something inadvertently, right? So if you don't commit to getting up early to get things done, then you're technically committing to sleeping in and not getting stuff done. Or you're committing to doing things a little bit slower. So if you can hear me, make sure you can hear. Make sure you tell me in the chat. You can talk to me in the comments. But commitment is something that if we don't make a conscious commitment to something, then unconsciously we're saying yes to something else, which may not be what we want, right? So if you say to me, if you're one of my clients and you say to me, listen, Saran, I want to commit to creating a bigger retirement plan. I want to commit to creating a college savings plan. I want to commit to creating generational wealth. I want to commit to getting out of debt. It's not something that happens at one time. It's it's a first you make the commitment, then we go to the next C. Then it's consistent action, taking consistent action on a regular basis. Whatever we do consistently, that's who we really are, right? And I'll tell you a story. In some instances, and I'll talk about me for a minute, right? I like working out, right? Most of the time. But when I get out of the flow of it, of consistently doing it, then it becomes a burden. But when I'm consistently doing it, it just flows. I just get up, I just roll, I go to the gym, I have my stuff laid out. I'm there at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I'm working out. I do everything in a pattern when I have consistency. But when we break that pattern, it's sometimes when things come, kind of halting, then you got to get back in the habit of it, right? But the thing is the magic is in the mundane things that we do every day. So first we have to make a commitment. Then we have to consistently act on it, right? And sometimes we think consistency is every day. I have to do this every day. Why do I have to do this every day? Well, let's just be clear. There are things that you do every day, right? And if you say no to that, then I'll say, well, so you don't shower, you don't brush your teeth, you don't get dressed, you don't, make your bed. Well, some people don't make their bed. You don't make your bed, you don't eat breakfast or lunch or dinner. These are things that we do every day because they're a part of our routine or sustainability. Well, we have to start making some of those things that are important to us just as consistent and ritualistic as brushing our teeth or getting dressed to make them a part of who we are because it's in the consistency of action that we find the most benefit, right? When you think about it, most successful business owners are making the most money because they consistently take action no matter what. They get over themselves and they just do it, right? And then the other one, the third C is communication. Who have you communicated to your vision, your goals, your dreams? And I'm not saying the naysayers, right? We all have a whole list of naysayers, and sometimes it's just that one person that we really hope believed in us, or we hope that would see what we were seeing, or see the vision, or go along with us, and they're the naysayer, and then we say they didn't believe in us or they didn't support us, and that one person becomes they, right? But the reality is we have to consistently communicate who we are, what we're doing, what we're trying to do, how we're trying to accomplish it, because everyone may not hear the message. I once heard it said that sometimes you have to follow up with people 17 times for them to even get the message, right? I don't mean in a stalkery kind of follow up way, but I just mean in a hey, just reminding you, this is what I do. I do income protection, debt elimination, life insurance, and college planning and retirement type of thing, right? That's what I actually do. So that's why I can say it like roll off the tongue. But making sure that you're constantly communicating it, because people may not see and hear the message when you're delivering it because they weren't open to it or wasn't in their field of vision or they weren't aware of it. But constantly communicating. And then the other thing is communicating with our loved ones and our family and our friends, and just making sure that they know that this is what we do, um, and even communicating with them how you need support. I hear a lot of people say they didn't support me. And I say, well, how did you want to be supported? And they often look at me like, what do you mean? I just want to be supported. Tell me how you want to be supported. Communicate to me or communicate to others what support looks like for you. It's a big thing to be very clear in your communication. Because if someone says, Saran, what does support look like for you for your business? I'm going to say, hey, join my lives, share my lives. I'm going to say, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I'm going to say, set an appointment with me. I'm going to say, set up a webinar with me so that I can communicate the message about finances that I have. I'm going to communicate very clear to you what support looks like to me. Set up a live event. I'll come and speak to your guests and tell and give them valuable information. I'll give you more than you ever could pay me for to deliver an information. But we don't often communicate what that means to us. People just say, hey, support me, right? And then the other thing is your level of conviction. Do you really believe in what it is you're doing? What do you believe about what you're doing? Do you believe in going to the gym? Do you believe in eating healthy? Do you believe in the business that you started? Do you believe in any type of ministries or things that you've started? Do you believe in it? Conviction. Are you sold out to what that thing is that you're doing? Are you committed to it to the point where you're going to do it no matter if one person shows up or 100 people show up? That's your conviction level, right? And the other thing that kind of goes in with conviction is what's your why? Why are you even doing it? Why is it important for people to hear this message? Why is it for you to give this message? Why are you here? What makes you up in the morning and says, this is what I gotta do? I gotta have this message, right? And so today's message is, on this awesome longest day of the year, first day of summer, is what are you committed to doing no matter what? With consistent effort, no matter if you see the results instantly or not. Who are you communicating to and how are you communicating to them about what you're doing and how you believe about it? And what's your conviction? Are you totally sold out on what you believe or you just trying it out, right? That's really the message for today. I'm your girl Saran. I'm here every Monday at 8:30. If you're watching the replay, just type replay in the chat and leave your comments or questions. But I'm here to help. That's what I do, to communicate with you, to help you to really understand how your psychology and your money are tied together. Because if we don't get our mental states right, then our money won't follow. Our money will run away from us. It'll run away. We got to get our mental states together. So again, think about it. We can all master these four things. Commitment. Are we committed to what we're doing? Our consistently. Are we showing up? Our communication. Are we letting people know what we're doing? Our conviction. Are we there? I'm going to give you one example and then I'm going to jump off. Many of us have worked or worked somewhere, but guess what? You made a commitment to that job when you signed the contract and said you were going to be there. You consistently show up on time. At least I hope you do. You consistently show up on time and you do your work. You communicate if you are or you aren't going to be there and what you're going to do while you're there. And you're convicted to be, you have a conviction to be there because you know that this particular job may be the thing that is sustaining you financially or paying your bills. So you're there. So you've already done it. And just remember, when you're not saying yes, when you're saying yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. And if you're saying no to something, you're saying yes to something else. So if you're saying no to getting up early, then you're saying yes to sleeping in and maybe starting a little bit later. And you're saying yes to maybe not getting your health to where you want it to be, right? Or you're saying, if you say no to getting up early, then you're saying no to getting ahead on your business or your work or things, family or things that are important to you. And you're saying yes to just sleeping in. And I'm not against sleeping in because I like to sleep like the next person, but balancing it out a little bit. Anyway, it's been your girl Saran. It's Monday's Dirty Little Money Secret Talks. And I'll be back again next Monday with a new topic. Don't forget you can DM me your questions, comments, or ideas for what we're doing. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start having some guests come on and talk to us about various things. But I'll be back again, same bat time, same bat channel. Peace out.